So now that we have it set up to where we can actually shoot and hit the mesh parts of the zombie, we want to start working on the logic part that is going to be basically implementing the hit logic that applies to damage and that kind of stuff. Now, early on, I think I mentioned I wanted to, at least I was considering doing this inside of the game mode, and I'm still kind of leaning towards doing it there. And here's kind of my thought process regarding all of it. So to begin, we have our fire ability. When the server receives, the hit data, what we want to do is pass that hit data along to the server, or not to the server, to the game mode via an interface. So we can have a kind of a general game mode setup. So we could have, a zombies game mode, a team deathmatch, and free for all game modes that all implement this interface without being, related to one another. Because obviously, team deathmatch doesn't really need to know the rules of, say, free for all or zombies, and they all kind of share the same, I guess you could say, event driven data, so to speak. So, who shot who with what firearm, that kind of stuff. Now, this also is going to correlate to how we actually handle the damage part. So I would kind of like the game mode to dictate, how much damage was dealt and have the individual actor handle the applying of the damage. So what I mean by that, so we're in this fire ability, we shoot the zombie. We're going to pass this data to the game mode. The game mode is going to, calculate, how much damage, yada, yada, yada. And then it is going to go through and pass where's the zombie module? That hit data, or sorry, not the hit data, the calculated damage to the zombie. And through that function that we're passing, the damage to, we're going to return true or false, depending on if the zombie had died. So in the case of, say, returning true, we know that the player just got a kill with that shot, what bone he got a kill with in the case of, say, hitting a skeletal mesh. And we can, have the game mode reward the player by, incrementing their points. So they get more points for a headshot kill than they would, say, a kill to the limbs or something like that. So that's the kind of flow through. And this also allows us to have things, if we ever decide to, as an additional feature, have exploding barrels. That way, the barrels don't need an ability system. They just need to be basically actors out in the world that when the game mode, says, hey, you've been shot, they catch fire and go boom, basically. So let's go ahead and begin. Now, the first thing we want to do is open up our fire ability, and then the next thing is going to be creating that game mode interface. So we do that in our core module. Let's go to interfaces, Unreal class, interface as the type, and let's just call it game mode interface. Keep it, pretty generic. We're going to copy and paste the export to our U game mode interface, and we want a function. So let's see. We're going to do virtual. Let's do void because this will be in the game mode, and the game mode will be, I guess dealing in all the extra details. We could make it return true or false depending on if whatever was shot is dead, but I don't think we're ever going to use it. And let's call it, let's do apply damage, I guess is a sufficient name. And let's see, we need to take in a hit result. So const f hit result. We'll do it by reference and just call it hit result. And then we need to know about the person doing the damage. So the person shooting the firearm, which would be the damage causer. So a actor, damage causer. And I think that'll be sufficient. Now we just got to make the body for it, and we can move on. So let's real quick go ahead and delete this .cpp file and this entire interfaces folder from private because we just don't need it. And now we want to work on the actual game mode itself. So we could make separate modules for these game modes. However, because we're just going to have one, at least for now, I don't think it's necessary because we're just going to have a game mode and a game state. but that might be something we look into doing as a small refactor in the future. So the reason I'm saying that is because we could have specific logic, such as, search and destroy, for example, would have the bomb and the concept of bomb sites. So it would have those as potential actors or some sort of setup like that. And we could just house that into a module if we really wanted. But anyways, in our main module, let's create a new Unreal class. Let's do a game mode. We don't want the game mode base, although we're probably okay with it, but a game mode. And let's put it in a subfolder called, let's just do game modes, and we'll call it let's do zombies game mode. So that'd be the name. So zombies game mode is going to be obviously for zombies. Duh. All right, let's make a public section, and we want to use that game mode interface. So let's go ahead and include it. So include interfaces, game mode interface.h, and public I game mode interface. So we can easily override the apply damage. So apply damage like so. Now all I want to do in here is simply print it out. So let's do a simple UE log temp, warning, text. Let's do hit %s so we can know who's hit, and damage causer %s. First one being hit result dot get actor get name. Second one being the damage causer get name. And that's pretty much it for now. We just want to know, who was hit and who was, who were they hit by, basically. Once we have that, let's go back to our fire ability here. And we actually need to, let's go ahead and include the game mode and that interface. So include interfaces, game mode interface.h, and we also want to include from the game framework the game mode base.h, because get off game mode is potentially going to throw a fit, but it does need this class because we are going to cast from it. Now, in our handle target data, right here is where the server gets logic. As you can see, we commented server apply damage. So we know that we're in the right spot. Now in here, we have the hit result. So what we want to do is we want to get the authoritative game mode, cast it to the game mode interface, and pass that hit result to our apply damage function. So from the world, we can get the authoritative game mode, and it is a template function, so we can cast it to I game mode interface. From there, we simply call apply damage, and we can pass in the hit result, which is a pointer, so we need to dereference, and then the damage causer, which in our case is going to be the avatar actor. So get avatar actor from actor info. So let's go ahead and close down the editor, recompile, and relaunch. So what we're doing is when the server either gets their own hit data or receives the hit data from a client, it's going to go ahead and grab the hit result, pass that hit result to the game mode, and the game mode will simply print out who was hit and who did the damage. That's all this is doing. Okay, once we are back in the project, let's go to our world settings. And let's see, this is the blueprint. Yeah, so we already have this. Let's go ahead and make a new game mode dedicated to this. So right click, blueprint class. It's going to be our zombies game mode. And let's just call it BP_zombies game mode. Open that up. I'm going to close and reopen so I can have the properties, and it keeps going on the wrong screen. All right, so we need a few things. We want to set the player controller to be our BP player controller. Same thing with player state to be the BP player state. I want to set the HUD to BP gameplay HUD. Then the default pawn to BP player pawn. And everything else can be default, I believe. So let's compile, save, and replace the game mode to zombies game mode. Okay, So let's just see what happens. So I'll shoot in the head. So we hit the zombie pawn, that's correct, and the damage causer is the player pawn. So that is also correct. So the game mode knows who was shot and who did the damage. So in the case of, say, a barricade or a exploding barrel, let's just pretend that this pillar is that barrel. We have, the quote unquote hit barrel. So we can, do a boom boom or something. And that's pretty much the workflow that we're going to be using. So what we want to do in the next video is go ahead and start kind of setting it up in the pawn. So we're going to need some kind of, I don't know if I want to call it like a damage interface. There is a, function that already actually exists on the actor class, which is, let me just go to the zombie pawn. It's called take damage. The only thing I'm not 100% sure on about if I want to use it is, actually, no, they don't have a comment. Oh, that's for the pawn. So it takes in a damage amount, the damage event, which I don't think we would actually use in this case. The instigator, which would be the person pulling the trigger, and the damage causer, which is also the person pulling the trigger. So the only thing I don't like is the return. So the amount of damage that is actually applied, we wouldn't really be using the return if we use this function for that. Instead, we would probably, have it be like a value of -1 if the pawn, or the hit actor has died, or a value of, 1 if they're still alive. I'm not 100% sure, but we might end up using this take damage function just in the case of, for example, say we don't want to have another interface to pass this data along. We can just use, this function. So we might give it a try with this. I'm not 100% sure how I want to do it just yet, but regardless, that will be all for this video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.